server depending on your hard drive and everything, but there was actually some updates to the way that we load now. And one of the reasons it did take so long is because we were caching a lot of stuff for you, because the first time particles like impacts and things were being played would cause lag. So it's all just different methods of getting the content to you in a giant open world that, you know, is all persistent with tons of shit in it. You know, it's not exactly an easy task. You know, we have a lot of crap going on in our game all at the same time. Trees all move, everything's, you know, constantly alive out in the world, you know. That shit's over there just spinning right now and giving off light and shit, you know. So you gotta remember, dude, it's a complex beast.
I don't think so. I got a hip transplant.
What do you mean these solo groups, when I am in a team, are killing me? Like, dude, are you seriously telling me there's a problem with you getting shot by solo players that are playing coordinated and just not in a group, and you're worried about a freaking number? Like, what do you mean? What's being done about that, dude? Use your meds better and don't die. Try to not die. I don't know. What's being done about you getting killed in the game? It doesn't matter if they're in a group or not, dude. You fucking died. Like, seriously, are people making excuses like this? Are you really trying to blame everything on, like, because they're not in a group? Dude, I swear, the complaints about the ELO system is so funny, man. Dude, I'm sorry if you're ranked 1200 in chess and you lose to a guy that's 600 and you lose 15 points because of it. Sorry. Welcome to chess. Shouldn't have gotten beat by the 600 guy. He got the drop on you. Ooh. Like, dude, there could be a 40-man team running around in this game, man. No one's gonna get punished for it. Do you know how ridiculous you sound to say, like, Joe Schmo shouldn't be allowed to play with his friend. I died. It's ruining my experience. Yeah, dude, you fucking died. Guess what? If you can't handle death, this might not be the game for you, dude. Everybody dies, man. I might get shot running around on this roof right now by a group of 16 guys. Why do you... Don't make excuses on why you died, okay? And like, oh no, you lost some PK rating. Oh no. Like, seriously, the best thing to do is just stop caring about your PK rating. I can't stress that enough. If you're like really taking PK rating seriously, ask yourself, do I want the White Warlord cosmetics? If you do, then take PK seriously. If you don't want the White Warlord cosmetics, what is it affecting? Is it just because you think you're like low rated and your friends are gonna make fun of you? Like, I mean, come on, what's the problem with you dying again, man? You just respawn like a phoenix, and guess what? Now you don't even lose very much when you die, because you can come back with a frag bag and have a gun, so you can go back and help your friends. Like, dude, don't make a problem out of something that's not a problem right now. It's really not. Like, you're getting upset about a psychological number that's basically saying, hey, you know, like, what's my PK rating right now? Let's see. If I'll get killed on the hill, 623, dude. It goes up, it goes down. You know, if I kill low-rated people, it goes up slowly. If I kill people higher rated than me, I get a lot. We removed aggressor being double PK. Like, remember, aggressor was double PK. But PK doesn't actually do anything. It's not like you pick up a legendary gun and it's like, yo, you got 1,000 PK or you can't use this gun. Oh my god, would the plebs have a meltdown. They would be like, and I'm never going to be able to get 1,000 PK and I can't equip the gear that I want. Like, oh my god, that's why, guess what? You get a white cosmetic with it. You're white like fucking a snowball. You're abominable snowman running around the game in the Warlord set, okay? You're not exactly blending in with this green foresty environment looking like a fucking Yeti out in the forest. I mean, come on. It's not an advantage. It's not helping you. So you don't need it. Like, it's literally, PK is prestigious for people that care. And if you're caring about it so much that you think it's ruining the game, just remember, you care a lot about a number. A lot more than the general populace. Did you know there's never been a post about PK rating on the Steam forums? You know why? Because the noobs don't care. The noobs don't even know what PK rating is. They have other problems. And guess what? They don't go whine about really mundane details in the game. They just quit. They don't tell anyone. They just go, oh, fuck that, I'm out. It's not because of PK rating and shit like that. Hate to break it to you. But, you know, There's more pressing issues than like, you know, possibly being like, I died and I lost more points. What do my points do again? I don't know, just a cosmetic. The points are the whole game to me. So, I mean, dude, I see lots of whining on the forums about PK rating, but I've never seen a single post on the Steam forums about PK rating. So, each world has its own problems, is what I'm saying, and you have to look at it more of, this is a forest, not a group of trees. Okay, you got to be able to see the whole jungle and not just the outside. You got to look at it from the top-down view. Okay. If you think PK rating shouldn't be in a PK game, you're a little confused. This is a PvP game. If you're worried about a number tracking your kills and deaths and going up and down in a ELO fashion, I don't think you understand what kind of game this is. I hate to break it to you, but I just don't. Will the game be optimized soon? If you check out the patch notes, man, there's all sorts of optimization fixes in every patch. It's an ongoing process. Okay, so if this one's down, that means maybe uplink station over here. I don't know. I need to find where these guys are. They're fucking hitting all my objectives. They're on my cosmetic grind. Why have PK rating in the game if it doesn't matter? Well, that's the beauty. It matters to some people. It matters to some people so much that that's the whole game to them. That's what I'm saying. And when they lose some PK rating, they're just like, like that's their fucking weekend, man. That's what they told their parents about. That's what they told their friends about. Like that was the discussion topic. That's how much they care about PK. But then to the noobs, they're like, PK? I don't care. I just shot that guy. Fucking owned. Like, you know? PK rating's something that's really only appreciated by like the hardcore player base, and you know, it's a roller coaster of emotions. It's love and hate. You gotta realize that. You know, when you kill a bunch of high-rated people, you feel like the king of the world. When you die to a bunch of plebs, you're like, fuck my life, I hate this game. So you know, you gotta realize that that's the give and take of a system that tracks your skill. I know everybody thinks they're the best player in the world, but they're not. So that's just reality, you know. Reality bites. Yeah, and PK rating doesn't help you get guns and gear. It literally has no bearing on anything in the game. I could hide your PK rating and it wouldn't make any difference to how you or anyone else plays the game. I mean, maybe if you have a psychological dependency on your PK rating, you might play more timid because you feel like you have something to lose. But if you let that control why you play the game, that's kind of odd. What's the point of group system if people don't use it? Dude, what do you mean, Carnivore? People can group if they want. Like, I feel like you didn't think about your own questions, man. A couple of these questions are really easy to answer. I'm shocked that you're asking me these questions. Dude, why have a group system if some people don't want to do it? I don't know, free will? People can do whatever they want? Welcome to a sandbox shooter game? Watch out, let them do what they want? Like, ho-ho! Why have PK leaderboards? Because that's for the hardcores, man. The hardcores like their leaderboards, man. We're gonna have a whole set of leaderboards, dude. I think even deaths will be on it, so somebody will be like the guy who died the most in the game, and people can freak out and say, he's killing himself to campfires all day, it's not fair! It's not fair! Like, okay, dude, sorry you couldn't be the guy that died the most in the game. Guess he got you beat. He died more. Like, so, I mean, sometimes you gotta put it in perspective. You know, people will whine about anything. It never ceases to amaze. It's not fair, he's dying more than me. Oh, brother. So guys, I don't know if you heard, but we had a ban wave today. You probably didn't really hear very much because the amount of cheaters left in the game at this point is like a ragtag band of misfits huddled in a corner, just getting beaten to death on a weekly basis. It's like, you know, just picking up one cheater and just beating the other cheater to death with him. Like, that's basically what's happening to them, man. They're just getting thrown around, man. Their mods aren't even nice to them on the forums and make fun of them. They're just like, you know, this really weakened movement that used to be like, they took our gerbs, how can they... Pink unicorn, looking at you, asshole. Who does that to themselves, man? Names themselves pink unicorn, then gets freaking banned. What is this shit?
Back into your house and shut up.
How do I... then gets freaking banned. What is this shit? So, that's Bandwave 3. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, followed my channel. This is, of course, a YouTube video now, unless you were watching it live. I appreciate it.
Thank God I got a hip transplant. And why don't you go back into your house and shut up?
How do I... Which hotkey is that? No, it's not that. Damn. I guess I have to change it. Either way, saying I can't keep turning a blind eye to PK system chat. Look, man, I'll say it like this. If you care about getting cosmetics in the game, you can take PK system seriously. If you don't, you can just play the game like an open world shooter and just shoot players and loot players and own as you feel. So just PK, you know, don't give so much, you know, attention to a number. If somebody lower than you kills you, just take the death like a man. It's not that big a deal. And if you get some kills, just think you got some kills. And you know, maybe pay attention to the stats screen, and you know, you can look at slain by players and aliens, you know, and then you can look at your kills and be like, I killed this many neutral players, this many aggressors, you know, and maybe just pay attention to this if PK rating is affecting you too much. My PK is 623, so you know, and I've never once ran around and been like, oh my god, a number. So relax about the PK rating. It's gonna be okay. I promise. Telling people to exploit's a great way to get banned from the stream, Desmouse. So later, you know, don't encourage people to exploit in my stream. I mean, guys, come on, this is rudimentary stuff. This isn't rocket science we're doing, man. But believe it or not, man, the noobs don't even know about PK. You know, there's not even been a single post on the Steam forums about PK, so just relax, man. Normal players, believe it or not, are just concerned with killing each other and looting each other. So, you know, they're not actually paying attention to a number that doesn't do anything but get you a white cosmetic.
I don't think so. Thank God I got a hip transplant. And why don't you go back into your house and shut up?
For show. PM Defraggle for defrag.exe, you guys. So if you want that guy to rootkit you, feel free to PM him, apparently. I'm sure he'd be happy to steal all your credentials. Just going out to Defraggles. Gain access to that, man. Get yourself rootkitted by a random Twitch chat user. This sounds like some really high-end shit. So, what should we do now, you guys? I just wanted to basically do a quick stream so that I could have the video for the Bandwave. Sold, take my credit card, says Winning HD. I mean, that's honestly the best way to get rootkitted. I mean, dude, if I was to try and get rootkitted right now, I would PM some random guy and download an exe from him. That's the best way. Maybe I'd add him on Skype too. You know what? Probably go with both. Skype him, and then download and install whatever he tells you to that he sends you on Skype. That's a surefire way to be like, my computer no longer works. What happened? Dude, I don't care, Chance DF. Hyper mouse glitch. OP is back. Will I post a list of all the banned players on the forums like last time? What do you mean? We never did. That was community made, man. That was community made. Okay, Coral Shark, dude, that's for another stream, dude. If you want to complain about old games, complain about that somewhere else. Nobody cares here. Thank you, Risaka Brava. Gracias. Hang on, got a text. Fun times.
Class? Style? I don't think so.
Learned this about the Ultimate Edition before the date and never received my game keys. Can I please sort something out? Yeah, dude. Contact support. If you support, it's support at free reign. So, I mean, I understand this is a really tough concept for you to grasp now that you've donated to me multiple times, but, you know, PK doesn't actually affect any actual items that affect, like, killing people. It just makes you white like a snowman, which isn't exactly, tactical in a game where the color palette is green. So, you know, it's kind of like apples to oranges, man. If you care, hey, that's great. And if you don't care, then hey, that's great too. But either way, killing a player is going to make them drop their items when you kill them. I understand if you care mentally, like psychologically, but I'll just tell you that, you know, don't waste your time caring about it if it's causing psychological stress for you, man. Maybe it's like the same thing that like people in StarCraft had like ladder anxiety, and basically, you know, they'll be terrified to queue up because it's like, oh, I don't want to lose my rank, I'm silver, or I'll go up to bronze and gold. Like, dude, what if we suddenly said like 1800 to 2100 PK is master, and then what if like 1500 to 1800 is veteran, you know, and then like, you know, 1200 to 1500 is like gold, and like maybe 800 to, you know, 1100 is magenta, and there's like a gap where you don't even have a title and you're just like, Artemis, this is so fucking broken. I'm 1150 PK and I'm not gold, I'm not magenta. I want to be a master PKer, but all these guys are running around the game playing with friends, and are you gonna ban them? And it's totally broken and I can't play the game because it's not telling me what title I am right now. I need someone to tell me what I am. Like, you understand how that's like a problem that you just made up, that like people would really freak out about? It's a fucking number. It's not breaking the game for you. I hate to break it to you. It's not. It's just a number. Like, wake the fuck up. There's bigger fish to fry in the game. We have real problems. We have real fucking problems with the game. It's not a number when you died. The real problem is probably that you lost all your items. And then on top of it, you're like, I lost 15. 15 what? 15 of this stat the game tracks that I take really personally. Age is just a number, man. Exactly. Just like your PK rating is just a number. You can't take it so serious. It's not ruining the game for you. You could play the game and never even know what your PK rating is, and it wouldn't affect it for you at all. The only thing is, it's a cool way to get cosmetics. Hopefully we can have some more cosmetics tied to it soon. I mean, that's what I want. I'd love for there to be more cosmetics related to PK rating, man. I wish there was one for having one PK rating, and it's an all-white pacifist, like you're in a Jesus robe walking around. Like, come on. Can we have that for one PK rating? It just basically says, don't shoot me. I have one PK rating. I'm a pacifist. And I'll bet you, after the first like 2 weeks, people would actually stop shooting the guys in the white robes. That would be like, dude, that's not a PKer. He's got one rating. So, the PK system's just for bragging rights and stuff. It's just a number. Like, you guys take it way too serious. No noobs care about that shit, okay? Like, just care more about the items you lost when you died. Like, the fact that you died. I mean, that's really what's just, you know, accentuating. It's just your PK rating on death. Like, you're just like, oh no, I lost a number. There's some subtraction happened, and when I kill someone, addition happened. And I mean, maybe you don't understand that it goes like this. It's not exactly like a line, you know? It's not linear, it's exponential. So, PK rating exponential. That's how it works. As you get higher up, you're in a smaller and smaller bracket. Times is hard on the boulevard. I get it. Look, Larson, there's never been a single post about PK rating on the Steam forums, man. I hate to break it to you. But that's something that, you know, really, really try-hard, die-hards care about right now. And simply put, dude, it's just a number. Like, you're making a problem out of something that's not even a problem.
Class?
It's just a number.
I don't think so. Thank God I got a hip transplant. Now why don't you go back into your house and shut up?
Okay, Carnivore, I understand you're upset, but that really has nothing to do with the PK system, bro.
I don't think so. Thank God I got
Seriously,
a hip
are you going to fix the FPS? I have a 980 and play everything on the list and still get 50 FPS and Misty. That's weird. I'm on a 980 Ti right now streaming on Ultra and I have 75, so I'm wondering what else is going on with your configuration. I'm guessing your processor isn't as strong as mine, and maybe your RAM isn't, but I also have a 980 Ti, and I mean, I'm streaming on Ultra right now, and I mean, now I have 100 FPS. So, you gotta realize that everybody's on a unique hardware setup, and so everyone's gonna have a different level of performance in the game. With a 980, I'd honestly actually try turning your graphics up. I think you might actually find that you have better FPS with higher graphics than lower graphics. Just so you know. Look, guys, I understand that some of you are too young to understand what a chess elo system is, so I'll explain it to you really quickly. When you play somebody higher ranked than you, if you're equal to them, then you know you get an equal amount, up and down. It's called zero sum. What it does is it means no new PK is added to the system and none is taken out. In order for you to go up, you have to take it from someone. In order for someone to lose it, they have to give it to someone. You don't die to an alien and lose PK. So the higher up you get, the tougher it is to climb, meaning you have to win that much more. Otherwise, you know, you'll fall back down, and that's okay. You know? Some people, I get, take it really seriously, but, you know, you gotta take a step back and just be like, that's PvP, dog. And, you know, when you die, you drop your items. And stop focusing so much on a number. Because it's just a number. Do I need to play the sounds? We've all been painted by numbers? I think that's what we need to do. That's what we need, guys. No, Papa's Palace. What do repairs do now? It just shows how long the item will be alive till it breaks. See? It means ×2, meaning 2 deaths, and this item will disappear. So it can trade hands 2 more times, and then it's boop, gone. So that's what it's for. Okay, the sounds, we've all been painted in numbers. Oh shit, it's gonna be loud. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, PK is just your ego. And, I mean, I get it. Lots of people have egos. And so they just can't take the ego hit when they die. It's okay, though. They'll be fine. But I shit you not, there's not been a single post about PK on the Steam forums. Hate to break it to you guys. But the official forums have different problems than the rest of the forums and the rest of the world. Because they kind of take the game way more seriously than everybody else. We'll see. Maybe we'll have time to revisit some stuff with the PK system. But for right now, it's not going to be changing. We've already made quite a few changes and additions and things like that. You know, we got rid of double PK on aggressor and stuff. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a number. So, I mean, if we have to hide that number because people are having a meltdown, just watch. If we, just imagine next patch I hid the number and I didn't show it to you anymore because, you know, people can't handle themselves seeing a number go up and down. It's like too much. And so, imagine that, and then there's going to be people to go, I love PK, I want to be able to see my PK rating, that's what I like to do, I liked watching it try and go up. Well, then I'll just be like, you guys deal with them. Wait. You're upset because a team of 4 is not using a grouping mechanic in the game? Come on, dude. Seriously, you sound ridiculous right now. You mean they're risking killing each other on corners because they're not in group? And you're upset about that? Okay. You know, just last week it was everybody's grouped and I don't stand any chance against a group. Now it's I'm getting killed by players not in a group. Wait, so last week they were owning you in a group, now they're owning you out of group. Oh no. Oh no. Sounds like just getting owned by groups is a thing. Sounds like in an online competitive game when you get outnumbered, you might lose. I mean, dude, I hate to break it to you, but you guys just seem really out of touch with reality right now, and like, kind of the flow of things. Like, you're complaining that the issue is that people are killing you outside a group and you're losing too much of a number. When that was put in to, you know, help people that were getting teamed on by groups. I can't force people to group. And if they don't want to group, then they run the risk of shooting each other. But you're seriously getting upset because somebody decided let me lay this out. 4 players killed you. One scenario A, 4 players killed you while they were in a group, okay? Scenario 2, we'll call it scenario B, 4 players killed you not in a group, but they were still grouped as 4 in the game. They were all holding hands 5 feet apart in both scenarios, but in one, they were in a group, and in one, they weren't in a group. So what's the difference here? Can anybody tell me? One, they decided to group, and one, they didn't. There's no, like, 10% damage bonus for being in a group. There's no, like, spirit link. There's no damage separation split. So what's the problem with the four guys outside a group? You're upset because they have friends? Oh, and in one scenario, you lose a quarter of the number that you lose in another. But wait, you still died to 4 players. But now the entire issue is that you lose 100% compared to a quarter? Dude, before that was even in, you lost 100% all the time. So, wait. So, before the patch, you lost 100% all the time. All the time. It didn't matter if they were grouped or not, you lost 100% PK. Okay, you're following me, right? You understand this. I mean, this isn't exactly rocket science. And so now, instead of losing 100%, if they do decide to group, and instead, you know, not have friendly fire and gain all the perks of a group, you actually lose less to the group that's gaining all the perks. But the group that potentially can kill each other gets slightly rewarded for it.
I don't think so. Thank God I got a hip
Wait.
transplant. Why don't you go back
Do I
into
need to
your
repeat
house
that?
and shut up?
So, the people that run the risk of dying and shooting each other outside a group are getting slightly more rewarded than the Care Bears holding hands that don't have friendly fire? You mean the group that has to have better coordinated team play that's not even playing in a group, that could potentially accidentally kill each other, is getting slightly more of a number that's irrelevant to anything compared to the group that's all holding hands that has arrows over their head that they can see each other through walls because they're in a group, and you're complaining about this? Forgive me if, you know, you now apologize and say, wait, I didn't think about it, I sound ridiculous. So you're saying that you're upset because some guys chose to not have the chevrons, to not have friendly fire, and to not be able to have all the perks of a group of being able to see each other, talk and chat to each other, like see the arrow through the wall, see themselves on the mini-map, see themselves on the map compass, and you're saying that like, come on, you sound ridiculous at this point. Do you know how like nitpicky this is? This is like the weirdest crying I've ever heard in a game. I mean, do you understand? I just broke it down for you. Do you see how ridiculous this sounds that you're freaking out about this? You're freaking out about some guys that are playing coordinated? not in a group and risking death to each other, and you're worried about a number upon death, you're not even worried about losing the items when you die, etc., like nothing else. You're worried about the fact that the group that's not grouped is getting more PK rating than the guys who are care bearing it in a group. When originally that's how it all worked anyways. Like, come on, you guys are crazy. Jesus. Sometimes I wonder if any of you like do a logic loop and just like think about it every now and then. Do you just ever think about it a little bit and be like, maybe I'm crazy? Some of you guys are legitimately insane at this point, I think. I truly believe it. I mean, I'm glad that we could just break that down for you. Because, you know, that wasn't exactly like super rocket science right there. Wasn't exactly super rocket science, I'm not gonna lie. Literally right now, if you're in a group, you get less PK ganging up on someone as 4 than if, you know, you're outside a group and you run the risk of all the stuff.
Thank God I got a hip transplant. And why don't you go back into your house and shut up?
The reason most of you play the game is PvP and PK. Okay. So you can PvP and PK, and when you die, you lose PK, and when you don't lose PK, and when you get kills.
Class? Style? I don't think so. Thank God I got a hip transplant. And why don't you go back into your house and shut up?
Look, I get it. When you die, you lose some PK, and I know you're upset about it, but look, you're gonna have to deal with it. Like, end of discussion right now. I think you guys sound ridiculous. Sound like honestly kind of prima donna about PK. PK's not stopping you from dying. It's not making you tank extra bullets. Like, I mean, honestly, you sound like you're just whining to be whining. I'm sorry that, you know, you died. It's an elo system. That's how it works. The higher you get, the more you risk to lose. And if you can't handle losing a number, reevaluate what exactly you're freaking out about. Do you care more about the number than the gear and the items in the game? It's just a number. It's literally just a number.
Class? Style? I don't think so. Thank God I got a hip transplant.
Oh, there's a person
Why don't you
there.
go back into your house and shut up?
There's a person. Alright. We found one. He's just a Bambi. Did he not open his backpack? Oh, he did. He just, I think, panicked. I think he didn't have a gun for some reason. Why didn't he open his frag bag? He was supposed to open his frickin' frag bag. I feel like there's somebody else around here. Like, he couldn't have just been hanging out like that. No way. Okay. I really gotta deposit some of these mill med kits. I don't have any fucking space right now.